Now to Campaign 2010, could it be a surprising development in Pennsylvania's Senate race between Joe Sestak and Pat Toomey? Well, for the first time, an independent poll shows this race neck and neck. Eyewitness News reporter Ben Simoneau is live in the news center now with the numbers for you. Ben.
And Chris, it's indeed neck and neck, the two candidates within the margin of error, but it's more than that. This poll from Muhlenberg College actually gives Joe Sestak a slight lead.
It could be the best news Joe Sestak has heard since he beat Arlen Specter in May. A new independent poll has him slightly ahead of Republican Pat Toomey, who has held a commanding lead in this race all summer. The poll from Muhlenberg College in Allentown shows Sestak at 44% support, Toomey at 41%. The margin of error is 5 points.
Like most elections in Pennsylvania, the last 2 weeks are going to be really interesting.
David Thornburg at Penn's Fels Institute of Government says the race was bound to tighten in these final weeks because voters, distracted by the economy, are now paying attention.
Sestak's case is helped by the fact, or by his suggestion, that he can pull off the same kind of comeback in the general that he did in the primaries.
My voting record is pretty hard to distinguish from Rick Santorum's.
In recent weeks, Sestak has launched a TV blitz, including this commercial where Pat Toomey, in his own words, compares himself to former conservative Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum. That could be effective, says Drexel political science professor Bill Rosenberg, because Pennsylvania does not like extreme candidates, and that's how Santorum is perceived.
We have people that are willing to consider both candidates, and in large part the independents are the ones that are going to decide this election.
What I think about the theory of evolution is irrelevant.
Rosenberg also says the other factor possibly facing Toomey is the unflattering coverage of Christine O'Donnell, the Republican running in Delaware. That could be affecting Toomey in the Philadelphia area.
But that is nearly impossible to measure, and keep in mind this so far is just one independent poll. There are a couple of more polls due next week, and the candidates have their first debate tonight. In the news center, Ben Simoneau, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
It's going to be an election to remember for sure, Ben. All right, thanks a lot. The candidates for U.S. Senate